But in this movie, his relationship, I mean, technology is a little transparent in that it's very much at the fingertips, and he almost is moving millions and billions sort of absently.
That's right. With the brush of his fingers.
With the brush of his finger.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's, as things become more and more friction-free, and our newspaper has written about this, the faster it goes, the more friction-free it goes, the worse it gets.
Yeah, well, it depends what you're talking about because, well, I don't necessarily want to get into it, but you can now do blood tests with your iPhone, you know, and have those tests transmitted over the net to a doctor who's hundreds of miles away. And so if you need that, that's not a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing that that's fast. You know, so I don't think you can make a blanket statement about speed itself being bad. It also, technology alters us. I mean, it's us really altering us. But our metabolism is different now. I mean, I literally think that our brains are quite different than they were 1,000 years ago, or even 500 years ago.
Twitter has turned mine to mushy pudding, basically.
I could tell that, and I was kind of alluding to that.
And
it's only been in the last 10 minutes that your brain is gone. That's the other thing.
It's a slow, progressive, but inexorable process.
It has little spikes.
Yeah. I love this question. It's from Karen Rapp from Pennsylvania.
That's me.
Wow. Let's give it up for Karen.
I think she's lying. I think this is an imposter.
You're going to like this question because we discussed it before. I cheated a little bit and we chatted. There's a lot of humor in the film.
Yeah.
Some people seem to get it and others seem to be afraid to laugh because it's so often dark. Do you find that was the same with the cast?
With them not getting the humor?
Yeah, did you have to remind me, hey, this is a little bit funny here. Come on.
No, I think the cast really were very much onto that, you know. They're a very perky bunch of people, this cast. And we were all very aware of it and playing with it on the set as well, you know. But not only funny. I mean, and the thing is that the actor's terror is an interesting thing, you know, the fear that you won't be good enough or that you can see that it could be
Well, directors prey on that, basically. Right?
We manipulate them any way we can, really. And we'll use anything. But I mean, it's not only funny, but I think the whole complexity of what was going on at every scene was very present to all the actors, you know. And it becomes very obvious once, even if you didn't see it on the page, as soon as you start to play it, it becomes obvious.
I found because I found it as soon as I read it. It was very, very obvious to me, and it was the kind of the terror of having to like prove yourself. You're like, I've definitely got to concentrate on the monologues. Like I've got to, you know, the philosophical aspect of it. You kind of, you know, you're so scared of looking dumb, basically. Like when you figure, like that's what I was. The first time I saw it was, I didn't laugh at all the first time I saw it. But
watching the movie.
Yeah, I literally had to have other people around to watch it with me because no one was really like playing it for laughs. I mean,
but it's true. We did an interview today with someone I won't mention, who was fine. But when Rob and I started to talk about how funny the movie was, she said, "Really?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well, did you see it with a bunch of people? I mean, didn't they laugh?" She said, "No, I saw it alone." And I can see how if you watch it alone and were responding to one particular dark tone in the movie, which certainly runs through everything, you might miss the humor. But if you're in a room full of people, as soon as one person gets it and starts to laugh at the things that are funny, then that opens it up, you know. But that was just this morning. Yeah.
That's why I hate seeing movies with industry crowds because you're
cynical.
You're like a loser if you laugh out loud. And to me, I want to be in the third row with a big bucket of popcorn just laughing my buns off if something's funny and not be sitting there with my pen, was that truly funny? Is that ironic or funny? You know?
I never watch movies with people like that.
Yeah. This is a question for Rob from Mary Hubble.
You can't. I thought you were all claiming it.
The Hubble Space Center.
Whoa. We usually don't do it this way, so I didn't get the hang of this, but I got it now. Good to see you, Mary. And I hope I do justice to your question. Eric Packer seems, this to you, Rob. Eric Packer seems almost diametrically opposed to who you are as a person. I wonder if that made playing the character easier or harder for you.
I don't know. I mean, it's like, you kind of, I don't think, you can't play, I guess you can play somebody else. You can't be somebody else, like in a movie. I mean, you kind of, I think every part, if you're spending the majority of your time on a set, you're just bringing in stuff in your life, and what I liked about it was the words. I just wanted to say the words, but it's really just you. You're just putting on a voice. You're putting on a voice, and you get certain whatever your impulses tell you to do with your gestures and stuff, and also the people who are coming into the movie. I mean, you react to them in certain ways, and it's really whoever David decided to pull up in the car with me. I mean, it's always entirely different. I literally, right up until we started shooting, I could not predict. I had no plan at all until I literally started speaking, and then you gradually have less and less of a plan, but it's going at that point. Yeah, I don't think it's diametrically opposed at all. I mean, I liked it. I like him. I really like him, and I like watching the movie. I think he's cool. I mean, it's kind of.
Well, I'll get that same shot this Friday to see this film, see the work that you guys did together. You guys, your questions were excellent. Just for the record, I think our guests did a great job. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. Cheers.